Well, we are talking about the CPI data and how exactly have reactions come to it. Remember, the May CPI combined inflation came in at 6.30, May CPI food price inflation at 5.01, the data collected from agencies, a May CPI urban inflation at 6.04, and May CPI combined index has come in up almost 1.7% on a month-on-month basis. We are talking about CPI inflation exceeding 6% in May for the first time in 16 months. In fact, the core inflation has come in, and the May CPI core inflation coming in at 6.6% versus 5.4% in April, and all of the data collected from agencies reflect the kind of sharp spike that we are seeing across inflation. In fact, when you're talking about the pulses group inflation up 2.3% on a month-on-month basis, food beverage index up almost 1.77% on a month-on-month basis, housing index too has gone up marginally, but the real kicker has been the vegetable price index up almost 2.6% on a month-on-month basis. When we are talking about how economists have reacted to this, number one, SAJJID CHINOY of JP Morgan has reacted to this. He is saying that CPI has surged past expectations, reflecting the perfect storm. In fact, he says that the May CPI has shocked and has expectations and has shocked economists by printing at 6.3%, almost 1% higher than what the consensus was anticipating and was pricing in. On a sequential basis, headline prices have surged almost 1.5%, while CPI has seen unprecedented increase in non-core prices as well. NEELKANTH MISHRA too has reacted. He has said that the CPI inflation in May was 6.3% on a year-on-year basis, 90% above what the consensus was anticipating. Core CPI was increased to 6.55%, the highest in the last 7 years. He believes that given that there will not be any sharp rise in the index going forward, on a year-on-year basis, trends should moderate. So they take into account the low base effect, and also they do believe that we may be reaching a peak as well. He notes that nearly every element of the core CPI has seen a very sharp spike on a year-on-year basis, along with a moderately smaller increase as far as the month-on-month basis is concerned. He's saying that the food was much more impacted by base effect. Only potatoes rose on a month-on-month basis. Year-on-year, he believes trends should normalize by July 2021, and he believes if current vegetable prices prevail, both headline as well as food inflation can be 6% in June. Going forward, it's going to be very interesting to see how inflation shapes up.